Hey, Marin and Elizabeth Grace, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I know that we're having trouble having y'all be able to hear me in class. And so I'm going to run through a video with you guys on the first lesson, which you need to show me the first coffee cup that you draw Tuesday, please, in class. I think you both are in class on Tuesday. And then the assignment of drawing 2 coffee cups using sight lines will be due by Thursday, and that you will please email me. You don't show me that in class, you email that to me. And I'm gonna get started. I wanna show you the coffee cup that I've chosen. I like to have white ones, but I've taken all my white ones to school. So the next best thing, I wanted to be sure my lines were straight. I believe that you guys could probably very easily draw a coffee cup, but what I'm trying to teach you is not how to draw the coffee cup, but the methodology of how to draw anything using classical methods and measuring and comparison. And so I want to be sure that we pick something simple to draw. So here we are. We're going to draw this coffee cup. And the first thing we want to decide, how are we going to put our paper? Is it going to be lateral or vertical? And I chose vertical. You could choose lateral. On a coffee cup, it doesn't matter so much. The very first line that you're going to do is the middle line. It's the placement of where you want the coffee cup on your paper. I chose right in the middle. However, you could make it a little bit over to the left. Just be sure you're saving room for whichever side your handle is on. So because I put number 1 up there, that my very first line in this drawing is the placement of where is the cup going to be. The second, and that's arbitrary. That's an arbitrary line. Arbitrary means you choose. So there I have that vocabulary word up there. We are working on sight lines. I want you to, the assignment includes and requires you leaving your sight lines so that I can see them. Now, the second line is also arbitrary. It's where do I want the cup to fall on the piece of paper. So that would be right here, this line right here, and I've just chosen, I'm gonna have it fall right there. That's our one of our number 2 lines. The second number 2 line is the top. So now I'm gonna measure. I'm gonna measure from here to the back there. Using a pencil, closing one eye, I can make that measurement. And then I'm going to plot this second number 2 line. So now I know how tall the vessel is. I know where it's placed on the paper. I know how far down it goes. And now I know where the top is. Now I'm going to measure the width. Here we go. I'll measure from there to there. And then I plot those lines, making sure that I have equal distance on either side of this first vertical line, and those are number 3 lines. I just titled them number 3. And the reason that I am numbering them is the handout that I've already given you that shows and has words written on it that explain this method we call the vertical width lines number 3. All right, now we're going to go to the opening. Openings on vessels are super important. They need to be perfectly symmetrical, and they create a lot of beauty. The measurement is from the back here, which we already have that line, to here. We measure this opening. The higher up I am on top of the vessel, I see more of the opening. If I'm more at eye level, I see less. So here I have made this line. This is my number 4 line. And I've measured from the back top to the front here. Now I want to make this into a perfect quadrant where I have 4 equal rectangles. Okay, and then I want to put dashes right here, not points, but dashes. These should not be like cat eyes or pumpkin seeds. They go to a little bit of a line, and I'll show you why. When you look here, you see it drags. The drag on the pencil is not a point, but a line. It drags on all parts of that opening. So here now we're gonna pay attention to negative space, which is why I put A. All the A's should be equal. This area and shape should be exactly identical to this one. And then these, all four of these should be exactly identical, just mirror images either laterally or vertically. At the same time, training your eye to see requires looking at your negative space. So from the sight line, we've created these triangles. We want to be sure these shapes also all equal each other. And we're calling them B. You don't have to write A and B. I do that so you all can understand. Mine is not perfect right now because I don't want to make a perfect cup for you on video because I feel like that would be boring you to tears. But hopefully you can learn from this work. The next thing you're going to do is measure the top of the handle and the bottom of the handle, and then how far out it exceeds. Sometimes, depending on where your handle is placed, the handle comes onto the cup. You need to watch for that. For me, it doesn't. So mine is behind the cup, and here I begin to carve out the cup and the handle, and you can see I have a front of a handle, a top, and an inside, and I see all of that. The top, the front, and the inside. And as a matter of fact, there's dimension on the top of the rim of the opening that I didn't show, so I would like to do that now by making this thin line. And I need to work on that, so I'm not going to continue to do that, but you do need to show dimension on the top of the opening. On the top of the cup, which is the opening. Anyway, so there is the first assignment. I would hope that yours would please be more finished than mine. Again, I don't want to do a complete drawing. You've seen some online on the Google Classroom. Some other examples. I've already put 3 examples up there. So for your homework assignment, you're going to draw 2 of these cups arranged any way you'd like using sight lines for both of them. And they are one composition, so they have a relationship to each other. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.